सॉरी, ये पता नहीं इसको क्या हुआ है, काम नहीं कर रहा था।
It's okay, it's okay.
ठीक है. Okay, today our topic is about phrases and clauses. So first, what is a phrase? A phrase is a group of words that acts as a single part of speech and does not contain both a subject and a verb. Phrase is a group of words. It doesn't contain subject and verb. For example, in the morning. Here it is a phrase because it doesn't contain any subject or verb. The second one is very happy. Very happy is a phrase, doesn't contain both a subject and a verb. Actually, a phrase is a group of words that cannot give us a complete sense or a complete meaning. It is called phrase and it does not contain any subject and verb. Note, a phrase cannot stand alone as a complete sentence. Means a phrase cannot stand alone. It needs another sentence or another clause, etc. Now, types of a phrase. We have some types of a phrase. The first one is noun phrase. Noun phrase is acts like a noun. Means in a phrase, noun phrase act as a noun. For example, like it act like a noun, like naming any naming word. The example is the red car is fast. Here, car is the red car. Here, car is a noun phrase because it acts as a noun in this sentence. The second one is verb phrase. Verb phrase includes the main verb and helping verbs. For example, she is singing loudly. Here is singing loudly is a phrase and it is a verb phrase because it includes main verb and helping verb. Here helping verb is. Adjective phrase is described as a noun, means adjective is give us more information and describe a noun. The example is the girl with blue eyes is my friend. So the girl with blue eyes. With blue eyes, it is a phrase and it is an adjective phrase because blue is give us information and description about eyes. Noun. Now, adverb phrase. Adverb phrase modifies a verb, adjective, or adverb. Means it modifies a verb, adjective, or any other adverb. For example, he run with great speed. Run with great speed. Here it is a adverb phrase because it act as a and it modify as a verb, adjective, or adverb. Now, clause. Clause is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. In clause, we have two things, subject and verb. Some clauses can stand alone, which is called independent clause, while others cannot stand alone, so it is called dependent clause. For example, she sings. She sings. Is this give us a complete sense, girls? She sings. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So she sings. It gives us a complete meaning and complete sense. So that's sense. That's why it is called independent clause. The another one is because she was tired. Because she was tired. So what? It doesn't give us a complete sense and a complete meaning. So it is a dependent clause. And we know that in a clause we have two things: subject and verb. A group of words which contains a subject and verb is called clause. Now, types of clause. There are two types of clause. The first one is independent clause. Independent clause can stand alone. It cannot depend another clause or another sentence. It is independent. It can stand alone. It can stand alone and give us a complete meaning and complete sense. For example, I went to school. Here, I went. It is a subject and I is a subject and went is a school. Went is a verb. So I went. It gives us a complete meaning, this sentence, because it is an independent clause. Now, dependent clause. Dependent clause cannot stand alone. It is dependent in the another clause or in another sentence. For example, although it was raining, It doesn't give us a complete sense or a complete meaning. So that's why it is called independent clause, because it depends another clause or it depends another sentence. Now here are the subtypes of dependent clause. We have two types of clauses, dependent and independent. Now it is the types of dependent clause. Dependent clause, the first one type is noun clause. Noun clause act as a noun. Means in a sentence, noun clause act as a noun. It gives us the meaning of a noun. For example, what she said was surprising. So what she said, here what she said is act as a noun in a sentence. She is a subject and said is a verb. So what she said was surprising. Here what she said is a dependent clause, and in a dependent clause it is a noun clause. Are you understand, girls? The second
Yes,
type is,
ma'am.
okay, the second type is adjective clause. Adjective clause
Yes,
describes
ma'am.
a noun. For example, okay, for example, the boy who won the race is my brother. So it describes a noun, the boy. Boy is a noun, and boy who won the race. Who won the race? It is a adjective clause because it describes a noun in this sentence. So it is a adjective clause. Now adverb clause. Clause describe a verb, adjective or adverb. For example, I stayed home because it was raining. So I stayed home. It describe a verb, and because it was raining. Here is two clauses. One is dependent clause and another independent clause. So who gonna tell me that where is the dependent clause and where is independent clause in this sentence, please? Anyone? Okay. I stayed home because it was raining. It is the example of adverb clause because it describe or modify a verb, adjective or adverb. Now identify where the group of word is a phrase or a class. Here is some examples, five examples. So please, one by one, tell me that which is a phrase or which is a class. So the first one is while eating lunch. While eating lunch is a phrase or a class. Give me answer, please.
Ma'am, uh, ma'am, it's a phrase
Yes, why it's a phrase?
because it doesn't contain a subject and a verb.
Yes. The second is he passed his test. So here it is a class or a phrase. He passed his test.
It's a
Ma'am,
clause.
Yes, it's a clause. And what type of clause?
Independent clause.
Yes, it is independent clause because it can stand alone. The third one is on the table. It is a phrase or clause.
Phrase.
Yes, phrase. On the table. It is a phrase because it doesn't contain any subject or any verb. Because she smiled. Because she smiled. It is a clause or a phrase.
Ma'am, clause.
Yes, clause. And what type of clause is?
Dependent.
Dependent, because it depends another sentence or a clause. It doesn't give us a complete meaning or sense. The fifth one is the big black dog. The big black dog. So it is a phrase or a clause. Girls, it is a phrase or a clause.
It's a clause.
How?
It's a independent clause.
No. The big black dog. It is a phrase, not a clause.
Ma'am, it's a adjective clause.
Yes. The big black dog. Adjective clause or adjective phrase? It's an adjective phrase because it doesn't have any subject or verb.
Okay, ma'am.
Understand? Okay. So summary, a phrase lacks both a subject and a verb. In a phrase, we doesn't have any subject or a verb. And a clause has both a subject and a verb. And clause can be independent or dependent, and phrase can be of several types based on their functions, like noun phrase, adjective phrase, adverb phrase, and etc. Now you are clear, girls? If any
Yes, ma'am.
problem and any question related to today's topic, so just tell me. Girls, is there is any problem?
Ma'am, all clear. Very good session.
Okay. This session is missed 2 times, okay? And lastly, we done it.
Yay.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much, girls. Today we have a last session, and the last session with you. You are all really nice, and thank you so much, Sir Hamid. You give me the opportunity of these classes. Thank you so much. And any problem, any query, so you can ask me. Girls, any problem, any query, so you can ask me. Yakut, are you here? Kainat, Reshma, Samrana, Tamanna, and Iman. Are you satisfied?
Yes, ma'am, all is
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, ma'am.
Allah Hafiz.
Thank